Here we go. Here we go. Another episode of First 11, your connection to the black and red DC United. Dave Johnson at Dave J Sports, along with, the Hall of Famer Bruce Murray at Bruce Murray HOF if you want to connect. And this week, we feature Jared Stroud.
Instead, corner kick, click. Left corner with the right foot. Sending it in. Headed away at the back. Top of the box, the shot. The volley by Stroud. It's in the net. Oh, Jared Stroud, a wonder goal.
What a goal!
3-1 DC United, his second of the night. But Jared Stroud spanks it home.
You give him 10 balls and he's going to make one. That is an absolute screamer.
Wow.
And look at his face. He's saying to himself, I can't believe this. What a shot.
Yeah, it was great. It was one of those balls that you know that are like coming in the box and it might land to you, and then my touch happened, like just worked out perfect to set up perfectly, and then just try to smash it through a gap. So it felt nice.
Now, I mentioned that because typically you were setting the table for everyone else. And how do you see your role still with DC United?
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we have Christian and me and him have created a really good relationship coming off my right foot and finding him on the back post, front post, wherever he is. So, I mean, that's always going to be a weapon for us. But obviously this year I do want to contribute with more goals and more shots and help relieve Christian of the goal scoring duty. And we're hoping this year, with some more players and some more help also, to have some chances that come down the left side and me and Aaron can finish off some plays as well. So it's seeming it's going in that direction so far, with obviously Schnegg coming back and Peglow coming in, and obviously we have guys who were here last year, Koo, Gabby, all these guys to help create chances for me as well. So that's obviously something that I'm looking forward to this year.
Now, we'll let Bruce get to it in a moment, but you mentioned the left side, and I want you to get you to talk about David Schnegg. And I mean, we were so excited, and I know you were, and then unfortunately got injured. So as we share this with fans, I don't think we've seen the real unpacking of David Schnegg. What should people know about him?
Yeah, I mean, look, we have it's almost like he's a new signing because we didn't get to see a lot of him last year, and obviously he couldn't come in until August, and then he got hurt. He played, really good in that Atlanta game. You can just tell he can bomb up and down the field. And he's very much like Aaron on the left side, attacking wise, which is a really, really nice thing. He's got a sweet left foot. And like I've been going against him in training the past week, and it's been tough. It's pushed me more, and it's just great to have him back because he's a good character in the locker room, and just a great player. He seems to have maybe one of the best engines on the team.
Where's your health? Is it right where it needs to be, or are you still working on it? Or
Preseason's been tough. We have a new trainer, Dave, and he's pushing us to become more fit and maybe pushing us more in training than we were last year. And I think that's good, especially for a guy like me who has a good engine. It's good to push myself even more to unlock maybe a new level of my game.
And you're 28. You're 28 years old, and we heard it last year. We interviewed you and talked about success. You want to win a championship, and everyone wants to win a championship. But guys that are 27, 28, 29, the clock is ticking.
I mean, my main thing is I want everyone on board and everyone to be a part of the mission, right? And I think Troy's done a great job this past year to get everyone on board. And you can see the last 10 games of last year, I thought we were one of the better teams in the league. And that's where we want to start out this year, because that's going to give you the best chance to be successful. And I mean, for me this year, I think we have to have that winning mentality, not just, the first game of the season, but in preseason, if we want to be a top team, a top four team. I don't want this club, and I don't want to have seasons anymore. As you said, I'm 28. I don't want to have seasons anymore where we're fighting in ninth place going into August, right? We need to start the season with a big winning mentality and energy.
This league, we say it all the time, just get in the playoffs, and anyone truly can win it. Does this team go in knowing this season that why not a title? Is that the thought?
Yes, we 100% have the ability in the squad to do it, right? I was just at the MLS Cup final, and I was watching my brother start and play against Galaxy and be within 90 minutes of winning an MLS Cup, and they didn't necessarily have a perfect season last year. We have the Golden Boot winning player in this league, and now we have new enforcements in the back line, new enforcements all over the field, honestly. And there's no excuse anymore why this club shouldn't be in the same position as Galaxy or any of these clubs. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't even want to be a team that's, oh, just get in, we're gonna get in. I want to be a team that's at the top and then we go and win it as well because ultimately you saw with Galaxy, they were the number one seed and they had the home field advantage the entire time. So yeah, I do know it's a crazy league, but I've spoken with Troy already this year and I don't want it to be, a crazy up and down season. I just want to win, to be honest.
With Peglo coming in on the other side, do you feel like the distribution is going to be better? It's going to allow you to come inside and maybe even smash a few of these McGlynn type goals we saw the other day for the national team.
Yeah, yeah, him, Leao, all these guys. I think they can break it open. They have a lot of ability with their feet to break open the play and to create little things, and that gives me more space to either yes, I want to go for the goal first, right? But my second touch is be aggressive, and then if Christian's on the back post, still can play that ball, but ultimately I'll have more opportunities to do what I do or I'll have more opportunities to go straight to the goal and either score or the goalie saves it and Christian taps it in, or just to create more chances, right? Because last year, I mean, you guys watched, there was parts of the year where we're playing a five back, and sometimes it was just me and Christian and one and two other guys isolated up there, and so it's not just also the left side, it's also the additions to the back line and the additions to the depth that we've signed so that we're not short of guys having to play five back, having to scramble in the middle of the season.
And if you're making the case, DC United last year was a hard team to play against, and that it seemed like that spirit was infused in the team. Going into this season, if you're talking to the fans or opposing teams, why do you believe DC United is a team that nobody wants to face?
Yeah, I mean, so with Troy, against the ball, we're going to be able to press high and win the ball. And then now Troy and the whole staff are introducing a lot more topics with the ball. And so, because teams will play us different next year, they're going to either sit back and try and say, okay, let's give them the ball. Maybe they can't beat us with the ball. But now Troy has so many ideas with the ball and stuff as well, where we can hurt teams not only pressing up the field, winning it and scoring immediately and just scoring off set pieces, but now we add this another dimension where we can build through the back and then free, me, Christian, anyone up top with the ball to create attacks from our own back line. So there's so many, nuances that Troy's been able to introduce, coming into his second year and with his expectations and, obviously he has his players now. So yeah, it's just really exciting for me because I can see a little bit of already in preseason.
When you go into a new season, you do have a lot of turnover. You have guys coming in. The coaches know what you can do, but you have to impress your new teammates, and they impress you, and you guys have to figure out things in the preseason. How important is that? If you can kind of give our audience an idea, how important are those little things, these little tiny details?
Before the season starts, they're coming into a new culture with new expectations. And now, like obviously we've lost a lot of older guys, but I mean we need to set the expectation for them, what it needs to look like, what we needed to change from last year. And then on the field, I mean, soccer is a beautiful game, right? You speak in the language of playing, and I speak a little bit of Spanish, but you kind of speak on the field, and you start to feel, okay, this guy he likes to play this way. Like when I started playing with Christian last year, I kept crossing to the near post those first three games. And, I realized all I have to do is just give him a chance on the back post, right? So these are the things that we need to find out early in the season. And just literally through training, multiple times a week, obviously sometimes 2 days, talking to them, lifting with them, playing games. It's been really nice this off season. We've been playing a lot of Mafia, which is a game where you don't necessarily need to speak English. It's a great game. There's a lot of voting off, killing, all this type of stuff. So we've been doing some off-field activities as well. And that just brings you together for the season. And I think maybe we lacked a little bit of that last year.
Yeah, who knew? Maybe a game of Mafia making the difference. And again, love the comments from Jared Stroud. He believes this DC United team, it's Major League Soccer after all, they can compete for MLS Cup 2025. Thanks for finding us on First 11, and please tell your friends. We're in this together.